Hey there, you a new Tekken 7 player? Are you looking to get into the competitive scene of the game? If so, then keep an eye on this video. I'm gonna give you some tips on how to play Tekken 7 like a pro.
Get ready for the next battle.
What's up, lads and lasses? Welcome to Halen's Gaming, Logo here, and welcome back to some Tekken 7. I'm going to be showing you some online rank matches with a friend of mine. He's actually quite a good Tekken player. I'll show you his YouTube name on the actual video, and I'll just link to his description below. But as that intro said, sorry if it was a little bit cheesy by the way, but I'm going to be showing you a couple tips on how to play Tekken a little bit more competitively, a little bit less like noobish. Okay, so it'll be more 7 tips in particular, and the first tip is blocking. In particular, like what block does actually block that attack. Now, you probably noticed if you've played games like Mortal Kombat or Injustice that if you do a low block in those games, it also blocks mid attacks. Now, that's not the case in Tekken. In Tekken, if you do a low block, it's only going to block a low attack. Now, you can crouch and it will duck high attacks and it will duck grabs, but if you do a low block, you will get hit with a mid. So just keep that in mind, and quite a lot of mid attacks in this game are high damaging as well. So best thing to do is only block low when they're going to do a low attack, or duck if they're going to do a high attack or a grab. But I wouldn't even duck, that's not even that safe in my opinion. So just stand and block things like a high attack or a mid attack, and low block the low attacks. When it comes to grabs, I'll actually tell you a little bit more about how to fight that later on. And the next tip is about parries. Now, when I talk about parries in games like Tekken, it's like each character has a kind of parry move, and well, not every character does, but quite a lot of characters have standing parries. Now, it's just a matter of when to use them and the perfect timing for them. Now, when it comes to parries that are standing ones, you can't parry a knee or an elbow. They can't be parried. And when it comes to like when to actually do it, you've got to think about, you've got to be able to read that opponent's movement. You've got to see when they're about to do it. And when you do it, just make sure you know like what you're going to do after that, what your follow-up is. If it's a character like Asuka, where the parry could be like a throw, then you don't need to worry that much about the follow-up, but you still need to think about your follow-up. And when it comes to the low parries, which is what I just showed you there, you got to know when to use it, and more particular, you should know if it's worth low parrying it or if it's just worth blocking it. Now, if you low block a move that is punishable on block, you'll get more damage than you would if you low parry it, but you also can low parry moves if the opponent is using a low attack too much. So just keep that in mind, okay? Tip number 3 is about counters. Now, in Tekken, when it comes to counters, it's kind of similar to other fighting games like Mortal Kombat and Injustice, only when you do a counter in Tekken, it takes a normal move, like for example, Jin's forward 4, then forward dash 2, like, I think it's 3. That turns into a counter attack, and it kind of puts them into a launch or a stun state. And like Brian's 3+4 attack, that goes from a normal move that you could just use to get some damage, turns it into a counter, puts him in a stun state, and allows you to do a full combo after that. And when it comes to like the counters itself, best thing to do is go into practice mode, learn your character's counter attacks, put your opponent into either CPU or to record moves, and use your counter. Try and see what the best way to counter is. Try and see the best strategy for using it, and that will give you a gist of how to use them a lot better. And if you want, you can check out my Brian Fury combo video, because I've got a few counter combos in that video, and that will give you a good idea of what to do, okay? Tip number 4 is about sidestepping. Now, what you got to remember, Mortal Kombat and Injustice, they're 2D games, they're 2D fighting games, so there is no such thing as sidestep. But this is Tekken. Tekken has always been a 3D fighting game, well, except for Tekken Cross Street Fighter, but who cares about that? But yeah, use your sidestep to your advantage. Now, what I'm saying about that is, like, just remember that if you sidestep an opponent's move, that will whiff it, and you'll be able to fully punish that unless they can see you sidestep. Then they might do a move that's like got a homing attack, but If that is the case, you're still able to just read what they're going to do and just find out what the best time is to sidestep. And if you do some sidestepping, if you use a character like Brian, he's got a back one, which is a launcher when it's a combo, as I said before. And if you sidestep that and then do the back one, most of the time, if the opponent does go to do an attack when you do the sidestep, it will go as a counter, and that will launch them, so you'll be able to get a full combo off that. Okay, so just remember, use your sidestep. Tip number 5 is about using practice mode effectively. Now, what I mean by that is, a lot of people I've seen, they only use practice mode for combos. Now, that's not really that good for like online play or for tournament play. So, what you gotta do is, yeah, practice combos all you want in practice mode, but also use it as a way to try and figure out what's punishable and what's safe on block and what's not safe on block. Okay, so what to do if you've got like a matchup that is really you're really struggling with, like say for example there's a move that another player is doing that's really hard to beat. What you do is you would find out how to do that move, you would record the AI doing that move in practice mode, and you'll just take your time and learn how to fight it, learn how to punish it, see if it is punishable, see if you can just sidestep it, see if there's a move that can be blocked, and that would give you a little bit of an opportunity to just do a counter when that move goes out. Use practice like this, okay? If you do it like this, you'll get a lot better at the game. And also use it as a way to see what the frame differences are. See if one of your moves is faster than another character's moves, and just make sure that you're just using practice in a way that's effective and actually useful. Okay? Tip number 6 is about breaking throws. Now, in Tekken 7, it's quite different from what it was in previous games. It's a little bit easier, in my opinion, to break throws in Tekken 7. Well, normal throws anyway. Now, what I mean by normal throws is just like the basic throws, like the, just the square and X, which is 1 and 3, or the triangle and circle, which is 2 and 4. At the same time, that's basically your normal throws. To block them, or to break them, all you really need to do is press either 1 or 2, just when the grab gets you. But not at the same time. Don't press it at the same time, and don't press both of them, because then you'll just get grabbed. That you're not going to be able to break that. Now, when it comes to command grabs, that's quite more like the old style of breaking grabs in Tekken, where you have to look at what arm of the opponent is going to make contact with you first. Like for example, if the left arm of the opponent is going to make contact with you at the start of the grab, you have to press 1. If the right arm is going to make contact with you before the left arm, then it's 2. It's as simple as that. Also, you can't break back throws. And tip number 7, which is the final tip of the day, is about dashing. Now, in Tekken 7, dashing is a little bit more useful than it is in other fighting games. Yes, it is useful in every fighting game, but in Tekken, it's how you move around faster, and it's very useful in this game, because the normal walking speed is, well, shit. It's let's just face it, shit. Now, you can run as well, but in order to run, you have to press like the dash and then another forward. So it's like 3 forwards, and that's only really useful if like the opponent's like full screen away, and well, even at that, it's quite easy to punish. But yeah, the dashing, that's the best way to move in this game. Now you can do the Korean dash, I think it's like Korean backdash, but that takes some time to actually learn, but once you've got it down, it's quite easy. Or you can just do a normal dash cancel, which is just the dash and then press down, or dash and then an attack button. And yeah, but if you do dash and an attack button, usually that will give you a different kind of attack, so you might want to learn a couple of combos that use the dash attacks. But other than that, you can always dash cancel and then do a normal attack. But yeah, that's basically all the tips for the day, and with these tips you just follow them and you'll be able to play like a pro. So if you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you like this format of video style, just let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if you want to see any other kind of videos, any other games. If you want to see any combo videos for any characters, let me know. If you want to see me do some ranked matches of Tekken 7, just let me know again in the comment section. Just say whatever the fuck you want in the comment section. Heck, if you want to call me a Scottish prick, say it. Just know I'm going to say something about you as well. Right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? Remember, share this video with everyone you know likes fighting games on Facebook, Twitter, wherever the fuck you want to share things. And yeah, remember, tear through those limits.